Okay, the live stream should be starting soon. Please give a moment to make sure everything is set up. Kick is going. Twitter is going. YouTube, Twitch is going. Rumble's going. Good, good, good. File name. So now let me check my other computer. Looks like everything's good on my other computer. So let's go and get started. Let's first start the day with a couple 1v1s, and we'll go to some 2v2s. Let's go for 2 packs and 0 quite a bit. So let's do this one here. I don't recognize these names. Naismith sounds a little bit familiar. Not from the other ones. There we go. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the bottom side as the Plague Champion of Naismith. On the north side as the Lictor Alpha of Korgoth. Let's see, Plague Champion versus Lictor Alpha. Interesting conversation. Both of them have some light melee units. I'm pretty sure Hormagaunts would be inferior to Heretics. Chaos Space Marines now pulled on field. There's a lot of light units here, so grenade launcher squads and Heretics could be useful, as well as past Chaos Space Marine chain axes. Got some additional Termagants now being pulled on the field. Lictor Alpha is a very powerful assassin hero. The Plague Champion, of course, a very durable unit, which has a lot of flexibility to him. Do have now the power node being captured on up. Over here, requisition power node. Over here, got the requisition point going on up. There's like both sides eyeing for a bit more of a balanced capture. A bit more of a balanced diet for the Tyranids. Gotta get some of the high caloric energy mixed in with all the fleshy meat they're gonna be eating soon. Termagants and Lictor Alpha now pushing around over to the right.
Your forces obey you.
Heretic squad may see a bit of fire there. They're a little bit out in the open. They will start seeing some fire. Lictor Alpha charging forward. Plague Champion does get grabbed there by the Lictor Alpha. The Heretic squad may want to go straight for the Termagants there. Does get knocked back there by the Lictor Alpha. Doesn't need one of the models there. Getting one of them suppressed. The other Heretic squad's facing forward, and both Termagant squad does fall back. Plague Champion does fall back as well. We're seeing quite a bit of damage there. Probably 2 more melee hits and he'll go down. And their treat is will escape on out of there. Lictor Alpha will need to fall back relatively shortly. We have 2 synapse generators up here. Down here, just one chaos power generator, and the Lictor Alpha does fall back. We got the Spire Champion upgrade here. And overall, great overall engagement there for the Plague Champion. He does only lose 1 model there, which he blew up himself. Termagant's getting reinforced. I think they dropped maybe 1, maybe 2 models. Actually, we could see the carcasses. You'll see drop 3 models there. Very nice. And you may hear my drink opening up. That was nowhere even near the microphone. I think I screwed out a little bit. So my apologies. So now the Termagants advancing on forward, trying to get some damage onto the Heretic squad. Hormagaunts have an upgrade of Adrenal Glands pretty early. You usually see the Toxin Sac upgrade first. Plague Champion and Chaos Marines push way forward, get some bigger damage here. Needs to focus down the Hormagaunt squad, make sure it doesn't tie them up in melee. Plague Champion could be upgraded with the one dagger slash knife slash sword, not sure what it is, that allows them to raise zombies. It should be pretty effective for all these light units. A bit more bias towards the upgrade. We do got an early upgrade there onto the Lictor Alpha, the Feeder Tendrils. Looks like it increases damage as well as heal per strike. So it becomes not an assassin but a brawler. Making him very powerful there, but the Heretics do detonate a model there, gets a bit of suppression there. And now he needs to make sure he actually needs to retreat back the Chaos Marines very early because he's getting a lot of free health regen. He's being upgraded Adrenal Glands as well. It does fall back now. None of the Chaos Marine models went down, but it'll take a bit of time for them to heal up. Another power, this power point is being activated. This point has been activated. Now you got a second Chaos Marine squad being pulled field. He's going for heavy tier 1. And nothing invests in power investments either other than a handful of upgrades. Adrenal Glands increases the health by 100, health regen by 1, and injury by 50, and energy regen by 2. This generally making him a bit better at casting and fighting. Looks like the Lictor Alpha is eyeing for more of a tank build. Termagants have been upgraded to Toxin Sacks, so has the Termagon squad has been upgraded to Toxin Sacks. Termagants now trying to eat this power node. And this power node is now under fire as well. This Heretic squad is down to 5 models for Heretics to blow up. And we've got both Chaos Marines on the field over here as well. Looks like both sides are going to be exchanging each side of the map. Heretics will catch up the VP. Got a slight VP lead in favor of the Lictor Alpha. That'll change very shortly. Let's get the Lictor Alpha now engaging. The Plague Champions upgrade the Bile Spewer, grabbing the caustic bile ability, decreasing the speed and damage to enemies. And treat that touches about 20%. Also grants the Bile Discharge ability, which deals flame damage over time. Lictor Alpha gains some good damage there. Plague Champion not being upgraded with Blight Grenades, but I believe this is basically an Incendiary Grenade. It also is classified as a flame weapon, so it should be effective as these Synapse Generators. Got these points now being captured on up. Let's see how effective it is versus Generators. It is effective versus Generators. Do now tier 2 being researched by the Lictor Alpha. Surprisingly enough, we don't see any Warrior Brood. That's usually pretty common for all the tier units. Do not have this Chaos Head Squad does get forced back there, receive a bit of Toxin Sack effect there, and we've got a full gen bashing going on. Lictor Alpha's now full health. And does use one of the abilities there. Let's see. Okay, it's the damage reduce damage is the pass effect, while the actual throw there is basically an incendiary effect. I call it incendiary effect because it's damage over time. We got detonation there onto the Hormigaunt squad, mass retreat here. Along with Blight Grenades, he may lose a Heretic squad. There's no Spine Champion on the squad. Got the 28 health, and he does manage to withdraw all the time. The Blight Grenades grants the damage effect and affects infantry in the area. The grenade deals damage over time and flame effect. So we basically have 2 incendiary effects, like to call, 2 pools of damage. So the ground will betray the Lictor Alpha. You know, got a bit of damage there on the Hormigaunt squad. Tier 2 now being researched by the Plague Champion. The Lictor Alpha does have the tech advantage, but I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment. Does lose that Hormigaunt squad entirely. Bit of a minor loss. It's best, that squad's best used for Goron capping. It does not scale all too well, in my opinion. But losing a capping squad like that is important. After all, this game is about field control. Lictor Alpha now push way forward. Does use the Caustic Bile ability. Does get a nice little grab there. Apparently when the Lictor Alpha is grabbing like that, the Adrenal Glands upgrade does disappear for a moment. Got now the Blight Grenade thrown right there. Capillary Tower now deployed on out. 2 Heretic squads push way forward. Now the Lictor Alpha does get a good special attack there. It's starting to eat the Plague Champion up in melee. starting to tie up the Lictor Alpha up in melee. Is still pursuing the Plague Champion there, but is currently suppressed. We've got Gene Stealers on the field. Hormagaunts now push forward. They may get the Toxic Poison. Does get the Toxic Poison there. Toxin Sack. Crippling Poison onto the Chaos Heretics there. We now have the Eternal War upgrade on this squad. This squad may have the Eternal War upgrade. No, it does not. It is also stuck reinforcing. Chaos Marines see a bit of fire there. Crippling Poison does connect. It only reduces movement speed, doesn't reduce the rate of fire. Pillar Tower going on up. We got these Hormagaun spawn needs to fall back, does use Caustic File there, could try throwing the Blight Grenade on Retreat. Now we do got the Gene Stealers advancing forward. None of them wearing blue jeans, however. And do get some good damage there. Does use the Blight Grenade there. Does take out the Plague Champion, now charging forward. Got a lot of damage over time onto the squad. Does fall back, does drop a couple models, however. Looks Alpha not be upgraded to Lone Hunter. If I remember correctly as well, increases, takes less damage and deals more damage if it's not near any unit. So now its Brawler kit makes it one-man army kit. So right now he's receiving a bit of fire there. It's not actually properly hitting there, getting stuck in the animation. Now it's starting to eat the Heretic Squad. The Heretic Squad may want to detonate a model there. It does fall back. Do not have a Venom Brew deployed on the field. Is he going to be upgrading me with the Vile Spitters? Because right now he does not need to have an anti-vehicle weapon on the field. And when he sees the Blood Letters, he definitely knows that it's probably a good idea to go with the Vile Spewer upgrade.
Fight harder. Your units fulfill your commands.
Blood Letters now deployed on the field. Plague Champion has respawned. Both of the Chaos Marines have been upgraded to the Eternal War. Venom Brood does spot Heretics, does spot the Venom Brood now. And there is the or Death Spitters, not Bile Spitters. My bad. The Death Spitters increase the model's health by 40, equips the squad of 26 Inferno DPS anti-infantry Death Spitters. Cannot be purchased along with improved Synapse. So it says Inferno, so it does fire DPS? Interesting.
Fill the armor with every plague and pestilence.
And now I do have the Fielded Armor, probably butchering that word, like most of the word. Fetid? Fielded? Fated? I have no idea. We now have the Bloodletters now receiving quite a bit of fire there. That's a lot of anti-infantry DPS there. Does go ahead and combat jump in there, but both on the Gene Stealers, who are pretty healthy still. Chaos expands forward. We got the Ritual Wheel. The Nerval Ritual does provide some good health regen there. Looks at the Bile Spitter. The Corrosive Bile has been cast there. Heretics tying up the Termagants in melee. Got the other Termagon squad firing away. We have now the Bloodless and Stasis away. Gene Stealers do fall back there. Venom Brew needs to fall back. We're seeing too much fire there. Lost a good number of models there and health, but it looks like we'll escape on out there. We've still got the Termagant squad here. And looks like the Bloodletters are at full health with the 3 remaining models. The Ritual here does also improve the Daemon health regen even more. I think the base health regen is 3 per second, while the Daemons get extra 10 health regen per second. Another Venom Brew with Venom Spitter, or Death Spitters. Unusual item C, to say the least. Do not have the Death Spitters starting to engage. Gets a good damage on the Chaos Marines. Chaos Marines need to fall back. They're about to get wiped out. They do get wiped out there. And you got a bit of Corrosive Bile there. Does fall back now. You have now this large force advancing forward. The Warrior Brood has not been fully reinforced. Does use Crippling Poison there. The Gene Stealers receive the Blight Grenade. It may want to fall with the Gene Stealers. They've seen quite a bit of damage so far. And a Master Tree coming out by the Plague Champion. Lictor Alpha scoring on capturing some points. And now got tier 3 for the Plague Champion. Another Capillary Tower has been pulled on the field. We got a decent amount of red points there, pretty close to his Chaos Portal. Against all these forces here, a Predator tank wouldn't be half bad. Against Gene Stealers, they can't give you upgraded heavy melee, so Nurgle variant wouldn't be half bad, Khorne variant wouldn't be half bad. Maybe we'll likely see Terminators, I'm guessing, because people enjoy the Terminators. And the Lightning Claw Terminators wouldn't be half bad against this force. They're a little bit vulnerable to melee, only the Gene Stealers are melee, in which the Terminators will love to hack them apart. Capillary Tower now seeing a bit of fire there. Armor Gaunts and Death Spreaders advancing on forward. The Plague Champion seeing quite a bit of damage there. The Field-Kit Armor grants damage over time around him. Also increases the health by 150. Gene Stealers are in the mix of everything. Looks like the Bloodletters seeing quite a bit of damage right there. Death Spreaders and Armor Gaunts just firing away. Gene Stealers and Bloodletters both need to fall back relatively soon. Gene Stealers do fall back now. Heretics Squad could get focused down. Both of the squads do fall back. We do have this Chaos Marine still engaging. No upgrades following the Internal War and Inspiring Champion, which I suppose is far from no upgrades. And right now, the Chaos Marine will be focused down there. Just too much fire right there. They want to fall back. Does fall back now. He actually lost one of the Chaos Marine squads. I didn't realize that. My apologies. Now it's time for a Blight Grenade. Goes with a Blight Grenade. And that was a really good hit there. Falls back nice and early there. These forces are starting to make their way towards the center. This Chaos Marine has been fully reinforced, just pretty far in health. Heretic Squad unupgraded. And this is actually the original squad as well. Capillary Tower going on up. Others do teleport forward. Got the Chaos Heretics now engaging. Does the one model right here. Gene Stealers now trying to eat them. Chaos Marine just constantly fire away. The Lictor Alpha does fall back with as little as 51 health. And it needs another model. The Gene Stealers now going to be focused down. Does fall back nice and early. Gene Stealers now being upgraded. The Rending Claws. I don't know exactly what that does. And there are some Chaos Terminators. Let's spend his red points onto it. We also got tier 3 for the Lictor Alpha.
This is not the victory you promised us.
The Chaos Plague Champion is pretty low on VPs compared to his opponent. Got these forces pushing forward, getting some damage there onto the Chaos Marine. Chaos Marine pushing right forward. We also got the Chaos Heretics advancing forward. Let's get the Cosmic File there, and it does go ahead and force back those Gene Stealers. The rest of this force is affected by some sort of ability. I'm not sure what though. Heretics Squad pushing way forward. See a bit of fire there. It does get crippling poison. Some great damage there. Just got a pretty good fire line there with the Chaos Terminators and the Chaos Marines. Chaos Marines or Chaos Terminators are currently unupgraded. Yeah, I was going to focus on the Capillary Tower, taking it out.
Who among you shall rise?
And it looks like the Chaos Marine now being upgraded Marker Zinch. Giving me access to not melted gun, plasma guns. We do have these forces pushing forward. Looks like Rending Talons is a heavy melee upgrade onto the Gene Stealers. It's good to know, remember. For some reason I can't select it. There it goes. Increase damage against vehicles and make the Gene Stealer Brood effective against all targets.
Victory point is lost.
That's camouflage right there. We do now have the Heretic Squad seeing massive fire there. Does fall back nice and early. They now do have the auto cannon upgrade there on the Chaos Terminator. Bridger's been activated there, which will give him some good health regen. This Heretic Squad does fall back. We'll get a bit of fire there on the Termagon squads. He's trying to focus down the power generators. Does get one destroyed, going for the activated point. Warrior Broods being, or Venom Broods being focused on first, does go ahead and force them all back. Jesus will get the point deactivated, and I decapture the point. Does use the Caustic Cloud. Nope, yes, he does. He's supposed to all fall back in time. And now the G-Series do fall back, getting some good damage there onto the Lictor Alpha. Of course, he may be kitted out to be 5 by himself, but just simply too much is here. Lictor Alpha will go down. We got a massive resource float there by the Lictor Alpha. Maybe I'm for the Swarm Lord. I can't remember how expensive the Swarm Lord is. I think it's the cheapest of all the super units, right?
Your forces obey you. Who dies today?
We do also have enough red points for a Tyranno formation. So he has his nuke available, which could make a big difference. And there's Swarm Lord, 750, 200. And a bit of damage there. Plague Chamber seeing quite a bit of fire there. We got a nice slowdown effect there on the Gene Stealers. Well, let's do teleport forward. May see crippling poison onto them. Gene Stealers now trying to eat the Terminators. They do teleport away. Gene Stealers gain some good damage on the Venom Brood. Gene Stealers do fall back, but they will get wiped out. Good knockback there. Tyranno formation now pulled on the field. Does get a hit down the Terminators. And everything else is falling back. Does get a good hit there onto the Space Marines and good hit there onto the Chaos Terminators. We're only getting damage, not any model drops. Now all these Capillary Towers will start going down. Got the Termagants and the Venom Brood moving over here. He's down to just 3 squads, barring the Swarm Lord. Swarm Lord has now been deployed on the field. We do have now this ritual being activated there, which will give him some good health regen, help him recover from the Tyranno formation effect. Plague Chamber so far has not received any additional upgrades. Look, the Alpha does the same upgrades as well. Swarm Lord now making his advance. Of course, he been fire there, does receive a grab there. Of course, he doesn't get the Lone Hunter effect since the Swarm Lord's nearby. It's just allied unit, not just allied infantry. We do now have the Plague Chamber does fall back there. We got the Blight Grenade there on top of the Bloodletters, as well as the Plague Champion, not Plague Champion, the Lictor Alpha, as well as the Swarm Lord. Capillary Tower going up. The Swarm Lord received quite a bit of fire there. Now the Lictor Alpha not charging forward, still camouflage, but just revealed. Borland seeing a bit more fire there. And now making charge there onto the Heretic Squad. Now eyeing for the Terminators. Heretic Squad trying to stop the Lictor Alpha there. Does get a good special attack there. So trying to pursue the Terminator Squad. Will tie him up in melee. That's one of the models there that at this point has been decaptured. The VPs are very, very similar. Heretic Squad does fall back. The Lictor Alpha is down to 200 health. And the Lictor Alpha has now a new upgrade, the Menacing Vestige, grants a Terrify ability, which forces enemy infantry units to retreat back to HQ, which I believe that may have been used onto that Heretic Squad. Swarm Lord now trying to head back home. Does find a cliff there. He can't climb cliffs. Oh, there's a noxious cloud there. Looks like they did force back the Termagants. And now Blue will capture this VP. Bloodletters now receive a bit of damage there from Death Spitters. He does go and teleport onto them. Bloodletters do fall back. We do have the forces just over here. Capillary Tower could be cleaned up here. Or capillary.
Enemy has 100
Capillary? Capac. I can't say that word now. Capillary.
a victory point. We have the advantage for now.
Swarm not fully healed. Far from it. Does get a nice crippling poison there. Does start charging forward. Trying to get some bit of damage there. Got the ooh, great attack there on the Heretics squad. Annihilating most of that squad. Just down to the Aspiring Champion there. Light Grenade does connect the Hormigons, or Termagants, just forcing back. Venom Brew is still firing away. And we do have the Look, the Alpha does capture the point there. Stormhorde has seen a bit of fire there, and now the Bloodletters do fall back. That may have been a terrifying vestige there. And now we do have Chaos Predator pulling field with a Swarmlord in the area, and maybe a good idea to go for either Nurgle or Zinch. I'm more impartial to the Nurgle variant. You have more Venom Brutes now being pulled on field. He's designed to get some anti-vehicle damage through them.
Your forces obey you.
We do have the Corrosive Claw upgrade. I'm curious as well. I'm pretty sure if I were to go like this... And there we go. Now I can see the icon, the decorator.
Your units fulfill your command.
Do now have a Chaos Shrine here. You could activate a ritual there as well. Predator now firing away. Customer just trying to fire away. We got now the Swarmlord to make its way forward. And the Chaos Predator has been upgraded to the Mark of Gordon variant. Getting damage there onto this Swarmlord. We got a nice light grenade there, getting some good damage on the front line. Venom Brood firing some volleys there onto the Chaos Predator. The Chaos Shrine here is providing some good suppression there. Look, the Alpha's trying to capture this point. Swarmlord's falling on back. Chaos Predator received quite a bit of damage as well. Bloodletter's now trying to charge forward, trying to gauge that Swarmlord. Swarmlord appears to be one shot away from death, but does not get a shot onto him. All three VPs have been decaptured. Moment. Blue's captured the left one. Nova's captured the right one. Chaos Predator now at level 2. Termagant squad falling back. Got a bit of damage there onto this Venom Brew. And the both squads do fall back.
Victory was inevitable.
And looks like the Look to Alpha decides to back out of the game now. This is Andrew Great saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. That's probably a good warm up. Let's go and do a 2v2 next. Of course, there's always been a long loading screen. Going to take this time. There we go. I was going to say stretch out my legs. Let's just find that replay, delete it, and let's get started. And of course, I messed up when loading the replay, and the music wasn't playing, so in order to fix that, I need to back out of the game. This is how you're supposed to fix how I fix it. You hit back, let the music play here, and then I can go ahead and select the replay to make sure the music actually plays. I don't know why, but that just works. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the south side as the Plague Champion with Zero Cry. Spawn as the Eversor Assassin, we have Mostafa. Spawn on the top right, or just right side as Lictor Alpha, we got Beastie, or Bestie. And spawn the Eversor Assassin, we have Bruce Campbell. I am for some requisition points. Got this PowerPoint and requisition point being captured up. Building turrets every single game makes it about as fun as playing Sky Silver 2. I guess they're fighting against a lot of turrets beforehand. Like champions can deploy out turrets, right? Is it Lictor Alpha can deploy those Hive nodes, or is it Ravener Alpha? Either way, we do now have the Eversor Assassin starting to engage the Eversor Assassin. The Eversor Assassin does back away from the Eversor Assassin. And now we've got the Strike Squad engaging the Eversor Assassin, as we've got the Strike Squad trying to advance towards the Eversor Assassin. This Eversor Assassin does get grabbed by the Lictor Alpha, and the Eversor Assassin does go down. Nice early pick there. Do not get the Inquisitor Stormtroopers being pursued by the Strike Squad, as we've got the Strike Squad now pursuing the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Lictor Alpha and Hormagaunts and Hormagaunts and Hormagaunts have been put on the field. We've got a lot of Hormagaunts on the field. You should see a lot of Termagants. And over here, do got a Chaos Marine and a Heretic Squad. So we've got 3 squads for 3 squads versus 2 squads for 2 squads. So who's eyeing for a bit more of a heavy composition, something involving a bit more heavy power. Now I've got the Hormagaunts trying to eat those Plague Marines. Light Grenades does connect, but only connects with the Lictor Alpha. It does get those own bodies infected there. And now we got the Termagants or Hormagaunts trying to eat the Plague Marines so they fall back. Strike Squad has captured the points, so has Inquisitor Stormtroopers. And Hormagaunts will push way forward. They may start fighting some of these power generators. And Strike Squad and Inquisitor Stormtroopers, probably a good idea to capture the requisition point and start getting the requisition flowing. Strike Squad pursuing over here on the onto the Hormagaunt Squad. We've got also got the Chaos Marine and Heretics. Hormagaunt Squad will need to fall back relatively soon. Start to pair up the power generator as well with the Heretic Squad. Over here, do not have the Inquisitor Stormtroopers here, as well as the Strike Squad engaging the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Purgaton Squad does get some good suppression there in the Strike Squad. Now we've got Interceptor Squad now beyond the field queue, as well as a Noise Marine. Chaos Marines and Heretics. Strike Squad here. Eternal War upgrade onto the Chaos Marines. Strike Squad does fall back there. Got a ritual here for a bit of health regen for his Chaos Marines that are a little bit wounded.
The digestive juices of Nurgle himself shall be. He has no need of that.
I just heard Dissector upgrades, but I think the Plague Champions upgrade has stopped. He is going to take time to revive his buddy. Very good. But over here, you got the Lictor Alpha now trying to eat the Noise Marines. Noise Marines in the fall back. They don't do well in melee. It's just a Lictor Alpha trying to eat them. Got the Warrior Brood here as well. He's going for the Wubs. There we go. Got a nice knockback there. Purgaton Squad advancing forward, gets good damage onto the Hormagaunts Squad. Heretic Squad pushing forward with Inquisitor Stormtroopers and the Chaos Marine Squad here. Noise Marines trying to soft retreat away. Gets good suppression there onto Lictor Alpha. Only deactivate the point there. That's the lowest priority target. I think there's a Light Grenade that was cast there. Got a massive AoE effect from the Purgaton Squad as well. And it looks like all of these forces are falling back. Massive light grenade as well. Actually, that poison cloud was the pheromones. Grants the pheromone cloud ability that reduces damage of enemy units in target area by 30%. Allows the allied infantry units to reinforce. I'm assuming, does that mean the pheromone cloud allows it to be reinforced? Or does that mean the Lictor Alpha can be a permanent reinforcement point? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Plague Champion now being upgraded with the Plague Sword. I do like that upgrade. It allows us to get zombies. And I think zombies are fun. They meant the boogie. We do not have these Interceptor Squad, Strike Squad, Quisol Stormtroopers, and the F system upgraded the Eviscerator Axe. Also grants the Kill Zone ability, increases melee skill by and melee damage of allied infantry. And we've also got the Skyskin Blood Gloves, increases health regen, reduces the duration and health cost of the Cyclone ability. The Cyclone, however you pronounce it. Episode Assassin upgrade. Episode Assassin has been upgraded with the Skyskin Bloody Body Glove as well. But this one does fall back, just getting outnumbered. Trying to hit this Tyranid force is trying to eat some more power generators. This one has been reactivated. Not much damage on the other ones. No Sergeant upgrades there onto the Inquisitor Stormtroopers for more grenades. Now got another Chaos Marine squad point field. Disciple squad does get a nice teleport forward and does fall back nice and early. Former God's trying to eat them on the retreat. And we've got more Inquisitor Stormtroopers here with the Sergeant upgrade. Plague Champion getting knocked around a bit. Maybe ready to throw the Plague grenade, light grenade right there. Does get some good damage there. Does fall back nice and early. And he will go down. He's selling that to his teammate, the Plague Champion. He's going for a Rhino. The Lictor Alpha has also his next tier. Second squad does jump forward. Is quite low in health. Does get the gloves there. He gets a fall back. This won't see a bit too much damage there. Episode Assassin does find a melee hit there. He may be able to skip out of there. Yes, he will. Like James pushing forward, there may have been a squad wipe there. He does lose a squad of Chaos or his heretics. Those are the least important thing to lose. And now his Plague Champion does fall back as well. We knock up the Episode Assassin charging forward. We see a bit of damage there. Does see a nice little knockback. Chaos Marines pushing forward. The squad's still quite damaged. Look out, seeing quite a bit damage. Does rebuild a generator. Could go down. Got a nice Purgaton squad, gains great suppression there, does receive a grenade, however. Those Marines forward. Maybe eyeing for some blocks there to save the power generators, does knock them back. Chaos Marines need to start hitting these other forces like grenade as they get cast. Gives a good AoE damage, and damage all the time. Purgaton squad does fall back along with his buddies. The rest of these power generators will hold. May see some melee hits there. Does get himself a zombie. Down to 13-2, 0 health. Nice little wipe there. Mormagons, in my opinion, don't really scale too well, so losing it's probably a bit of a minor loss, but it is the majority of his composition at the moment. Rhino upgrade of the heavy bolt turret, now pushing forward. Do got tier 2 being reached by the other players. Do have a zone throw not being pulled out by the Lictor Alpha. And the Extra Assassin seeing a bit of damage there. Disaster squad advance forward, being upgraded the Justicar. Just these forces capture some points. Asking if his teammates at tier 2. Both of them are. Got a Rhino being put on the field. He's likely we're going to upgrade that to the last cannon. I'm guessing we got 2 zone throws actually on the field. Bold prediction there. Do not have the Rhino being put on field. Likely Laskin out on the way, but that's just an assumption on mine. Noise Marine's not getting tied up in melee by the Lictor Alpha. And he may be eyeing for some wubs. There's the wubs. Zone goes pushing forward. May need to fall back to Noise Marines relatively soon. The Lictor Alpha does go down. Does get a Blight Grenade off. Gains good AoE damage. Does get infected over there and does lose one of the models there. May lose the other one. And there goes the Noise Marines. Actually a big loss there. And now I've got the Noxious Cloud on the retreat path. We may see more Hormigons actually get wiped out. Yep, one of the Hormigons just got wiped out. Up here, Rhino advancing forward with the Laskin upgrade. We'll find Strike Squad and the Eversword Assassin there. Now got the Ritual there, being upgraded Chain Axes. I do like seeing the Chain Axe upgrades. It also gives him a Melt Pistol. He has an anti-vehicle weapon. Best keep him at range. Oh wait, no, it's the Aspiring Champion that's Melt Pistol. It doesn't have the Aspiring Champion on the field. He is now getting research with the Aspiring Champion. He does throw a Blight Grenade there. He does dodge it. Very nice. Aspiring Champion has the point field. Now he has a Melt Pistol to fight against that Rhino. It should do decent damage there. Got now the Blight Grenade effect still lingering. Now that squad does fall back there. Strike Squad pushing forward. These forces are falling back. We got the Eversword Assassin and the Strike Squad still trying to engage this force there. Rhino's almost down. See quite a bit farther, trying to be prepared up by these Crystal Soldiers looking tied up and being bent from moving around. The Strike Squad now trying to hit the Crystal Stormtroopers. Got this Rhino now trying to pursue the Rhino. And now the Strike Crystal Stormtrooper squad falls back. Now the last can get a hit there onto the Rhino. And there it goes. Gonna throw up and the Lictor Alpha now pushing over here. Let's find a grab there on one of the Strike Squad members. Strike Squad now getting the Strike Squad. We also now do have the Eversword Assassin Neuro Gauntlet. Strike Squad does fall back there. Strike Squad here may actually get wiped out. Does get wiped out there. Rhino's taking a bit of fire there. Plague Champion has been upgraded with the Armor Pestilence. And the Plasma Melta Pistols gains some good damage there. Gain about 25 damage per shot. And goes down. Lictor Alpha seeing a bit damage there. And now the Chaos Marine squad does fall back nice and early. Lictor Alpha size over half health. We got the Termagant squad falling back as well. Blight Grenade does connect. Eversword Assassin does go down. He does have the shield generator up on the zone of throats. Warrior Brood does see a nice little hit there. Now trying to recover his buddy. He may not get it. There's a lot of damage coming out onto him. He does get his buddy recovered. Needs to fall back. And does go down himself. Does got a Warrior Brood model here. Now he's going to pick up his buddy. The Warrior Brood model does go down. So we got the Chain Axes here as well. I think it's maybe may have them both upgraded Chain Axes. Yes, they do. He also the Squad of Bloodlords has a heavy melee force. And now we've got the Crystal Stormtrooper or the Eversword Assassin falling back. Crystal Stormtroopers, of course, Crystal Stormtroopers got a Conversion Beamer here as well. That may have been a little bit overkill. And plus, this Neo has already killed off that Rhino. We also got another Rhino to put on the field. As been seeming to focus on VPs. And now got a Header Squad being put on the field. He may be eyeing for some rituals, maybe some shrines. Separate squad does teleport forward, and we'll be able to get some good damage around the Strike Squad. The Lictor Alpha Decorator is still down. If I were to go this, and now it has returned. We do not have the Chaos Marines on base forward. This fresh Rhino has been upgraded with the heavy bolt turret there, but we're seeing lots of fire from the Melta Pistols. Warrior Brood and Chaos Marines now engaging melee. Both of the Chaos Marines are receiving a bit of extra damage there. Got a overcharged plasma shot there. This gets good friendly fire damage. The champion does fall back. Now these Crystal Stormtroopers do fall back as well. Rhino seeing quite a bit of damage there, trying to get repaired up in combat. Got multiple units trying to save him. There's a Chaos Marine squad there being re-upgraded to the Aspiring Champion. First Beaver does get forced back. And that Chaos Marine squad does need to fall back. Conversion Beamer right there. Chaos Marines down on one less model. Pretty Chaos Ritual in the area gives him extra health regen. But it looks like overall he will escape. Chaos Magic should be shortly following. When the models do detonate, that's actually another ritual there to get all those extra health regen. And the Rhino does go down there to the Eversor Assassin. Eversor Assassin does go down as well. Strike Squad, now trying to engage the Strike Squad. We got the two Stormtroopers here, upgraded with plasma guns and with their just cars. No sergeant upgrade onto them? Doesn't appear to be. That's going to cast there by the Strike Squad. Gene Seer is now trying to tie up the Strike Squad with melee. Got Hormiguns here to support. The Ability Tower going up. And Zonocopes getting some great damage on those Stormtroopers, not forcing them back. Now got some Chosen Plague Marine squad field, more melee forces here. The Warrior received quite a bit of damage there. Nice Blight Grenade there. I think one of those squads may have just got wiped out. And another squad does get wiped out as well. We've got the Chaos Marine squad going down. Warrior Brood falling back. These are the get some damage there. Heritage squad down to minimal health. That's some damage there. Do have some zombies going up. This is actually a zombie zone throw. That's actually one thing that went down. One of the zone throws went down to the Chosen Plague Marines. Does this expire there? The Lictor Alpha has lost a large number of forces there. Down to one Hormigunt, one Zone Throw, one Warrior Brood. Over here, the Plague Chambers lost quite a bit as well. Lost the Heretic, lost the Chaos Marine squad. Strike Squad does teleport, or Interceptor Squad does teleport away. Now it's a mix of all the fight here. Strike Squad does fall back. They've got something for there. Warlord just teleporting forward. And got Crystal Stormtroopers falling back, so it's a Strike Squad as well. Extra Assassin does fall back. And they're still trying to get engagement here.
That victory point is lost.
Let's get a good detonation there, forcing back these squads. Over here, got now the Warrior Brood now ripping apart the power generator. Do have, is that another Rhino or is it the same Rhino? Nope, now it's shooting massive amounts of fire there. And Conversion Beamer does take it out. That must have been a max range shot there. Yep. Chaos Marines do fall back. Oh, that's the Chosen Plague Marines.
Victory points for you.
Now I do have another Rhino being flown on the field for some odd reason. More Gene Stealers and both their opponents going for tier 3. Against the amount of heavy melee they're fighting against. A Predator with Nurgle variant wouldn't be half bad. A Terminator with Lightning Claws wouldn't be half bad. Grey Knight Terminators, or no, Paladins, the melee ones, wouldn't be half bad.
Has 100 points remaining.
We're going to see a massive engagement here, led by the Chaos Space Marines. Warrior Brood will engage, knocking back the strike squad there. Light grenades to throw. Does dodge it there, but will run to the damage time effect on the ground. Another engage there, good casts there. It's really hard to tell what's going on. There's just so much green everywhere. Rhino push way forward. Got the push all stormtroopers getting some good damage over here. We've now got the Chosen Plague Marines charging forward. Pillar Tower going on up. More plague effects there. Got the Noxious Cloud here. I think red is starting to disintegrate. Lava itself is oh so wounded. Ugh. The Lictor Alpha is down to Warrior Brood and Zone and Throw. Something may die there that made just more zombies. Chosen Plague Marines do fall back. Looks like the Punching still has all his forces there. I think the Emerson Assassin may have lost something. Warrior Brood is down just to... He lost all of his Gene Stealers. He had 3 squads of Gene Stealers, didn't he? Now he's 0. Plague Champion does fall down. Now got tier 3 being researched by, has been researched by both of the blue players. The Emerson Assassin does have plenty of red points to bring in the nuke. The teammate does not. Both of blue players have a decent amount, very similar amount as well. Teleports right there. We have a Voldemort Razorback on the field. Very nice. Voldemort Razorback getting some volleys out of the Rhino now. Let's get a stun snare grenade there. The second squad does teleport to the rear armor of the Voldemort Razorback. Voldemort Razorback should be able to deal with the Rhino, but it's taking part of the damage return. There's a smoke grenade there. And decides to fall back now. Plague Champion can get some repairs, so can some Crystal Stormtroopers there. Does teleport forward, trying to take out the Vindicator Assassin. The Chosen Plague Marines and Chaos Marines now push way forward, finding some Gene Stealers in the Lictor Alpha. Bloodlords in the mix as well. Now we do have the Exo Assassin receiving quite a bit of damage right here. Voldemort Razorback gets good damage there onto the Rhino. The Rhino does throw a smoke grenade now. Crystal Stormtrooper sending the damage there onto the Exo Assassin, but still has plenty of health. Another Rhino being pulled field, like he'll be upgraded to the last cannon. Bargain in the squad will still be useful. Victor Alpha now getting eaten up there.
If that victory point is lost,
Victor Alpha may go down, but looks like he will skip onto there. Voldemort Razorback moving forward. And these forces are falling him back. The champ pushing way forward. Maybe I'll get a light grenade here. In some slices, I hear the Voldemort Razorback engaged by the Purgaton squad. Rhino does go down. Got blasted with the other Rhino. Purgaton squad does fall back. Got these forces up in melee, keep receiving a lot of damage, a lot of health for Jen. Noxious Cloud has now been pulled in the field. Chosen Plague Marines charging forward. May get some good damage here. Noxious Cloud could pursue these guys all the way back home. Does fall back now. Councilman is now trying to hack apart the Rhino. You know how to teleport forward as well. And these forces do fall back there. Red has over a whole little area. Blue's running very low in VPs. You know, if they feel like they are doing quite good in combat, they need to get a point captured immediately. So to hack apart this capillary tower. Trying to decapture this point now. Does get the central point decaptured, or not decaptured. This one has been decaptured there. Exo Assassin does force back the Exo Assassin there. This Voldemort Razorback sees quite a bit of damage there. Needs to fall back, get some repairs. The other Voldemort Razorback advancing forward, just sort of getting tied up in right there, but just also very low in health as well. Divert his fire there. Perfect squad trying to find a shot there. Does get one to Baltimore Razorbacks. Aversion Beamer does get tied up in melee, and now we got the Interceptor squad against good damage as well. We got a Nurgle variant, which is anti-melee. More like an anti-melee one. It does get a lot less damage from melee attacks. It does also have some plague shells as well, giving some good damage over effects. Rhino does get a hit there. Like Chaos Nurgle variant also does get a bit of health regen as well as increase max health. Does find a decent shot there onto those Inquisitor Stormtroopers. And blue does lose the VP game. This is Andrew saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. As this replay is loading, I need to use the restroom. Please give me a moment. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get started the next replay. Something I want to do over here as well. I want a little bit. There we go. Let the music play, and there we go. And let's do. Yep, let's do this one. I just want to make sure there's a bit more variety of players. Still one same, but that should be good enough. It's the same map as well. Maybe I should have gone for a different replay. Oh well. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the south side as the Chaos Sorcerer of Zerni. Spawn as the Farseer, we have Mostafa. Spawn on right side as the Force Commander, and as the Warlock ally, we have Vagrant Table. We have Howling Banshees into Tactical Marine Squad. Over here, we got Chaos Marines into Howling Banshees. So far, pretty standard. We got a second Guardian Squad being put on field, which is standard, but we don't see additional squads over here just yet, or anybody else. Got a little cast there. Let's get some good AoE damage there onto the Scout Squad. Very nice.
You let allies conquer victory points for you.
Scout Squad pushing his way back. We do got now Guardian Squad and the Howling Banshees here. Farseer may find the Howling Banshees. We got the Warlock in this region as well. Guardian Squad does find a volley there onto the Howling Banshees, trying to use the line of sight blocker there. Does get some interruption there, but does get some good damage on the Howling Banshees. And the Howling Banshees are not doing all too well. They have gotten inside the garrison there. The Guardian Squad could actually flush them out. Heretic Squad and the Chaos Sorcerer now trying to engage. Does get a good special attack there, as well as a model detonation there. Banshees do fall back. Now got the Scout Squad getting some shots on in. Force Commander making his way over here. Cass does largely roll a miss there. And now we got the Scout Squad running away. Force Commander push way forward. And over here, do now the Heavy Squad is seeing a bit of fire there, and being upgraded as Aspiring Champion. Force Commander receives a bit of fire there, and does go ahead and eat one of his heretics here for a bit of energy. You now have 2 Rangers being plotted on the field, 1 for each of the Eldar player.
Forces obey you.
And we got a second Herdic squad here for the Chaos Sorcerer as well. Guardian Squad, Warlock, and Howling Bench is now eyeing for the center of the map.
Your units fulfill your command.
Now got a bit of damage there onto the Chaos Sorcerer. Guardian Squad see a massive volley there. They still have all the models live, but they're a civilian with it. They decide to fall back nice and early to get a bit of energy.
Forces obey you.
Now have the Chaos Marines push forward. Need some good damage on the Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees do fall back nice and early. Scout Squad missing some shots there. Now receiving some fire from the Chaos Marines. And this Guardian Squad and Ranger Squad does fall back though. Ranger Squad has been upgraded with Pathfinder gear. So has this one. You now have the Heretic Squad gain some bit of damage there onto the power node. And now do you have the Heretic Squad falling them back. Does see some hits there for the Force Commander. Force Commander has been upgraded the Iron Halo, not going for the Power Sword as well. Iron Halo allows him to use energy as shields. And the Power Sword, I think, just gives him damage. I don't think he adds any abilities. You now have the Chaos Marine Squad against the garrison. All of his the Chaos Marine support is now gone. The Farseer or the Warlock does hold back there. Let's get a good decent cast there onto the Scout Squad. Chaos Marine could take time to evacuate the garrison. Up here, do have the Ranger Squad and the Ranger Squad. One Ranger Squad falls back. Another squad is currently camouflaged. Farseer push way forward. Guardian Squad seems quite a bit damage there from the Guardian Squad. And I do got the Chaos Marine Squad. Seeing a bit of fire there from the Assault Marines, but we got a Havoc here to cover, so Thrall. Power Sword. Also, all allied infantry had their damage bonus increased by 50% during the battle cry. Pretty good. And Artificial Armor, which I believe that just gives them health and health regen. Just a solid amount. Looks like the Force Commander is eyeing for an early tank build. Trying to deactivate the point there. It's going to repair it on up. He's really trying. And the point does get deactivated. He could activate a power generator before it got deactivated, so it can start building. Now have this power node being received a bit of fire there. Howling Bench pushing forward with the Guardian Squad. Does get a cast there. Getting minor damage Guardian Squad over here. Heretics ripping apart that power node. And now we do have this Epic Marine Squad falling back. Reapers sort of fall soft retreating away. You got the Warlock now engaging the Howling Banshees. Does get a cast there. Onto the Howling Banshees, I believe. Goes over a pretty big whiff. Heretics Squad does detonate the model there to get some damage onto the Assault Marines. Assault Marines jump on in. Does jump on top of the Havoc Squad. Ranger Squad does fall back. Assault Marines do fall back slow. Rangers constantly firing away against the Farseer. Rangers. Howling Guardian Squad going straight into the Howling Banshees. We've got these forces now pushed way over, and the Warlocks does fall back. Howling Banshees may just want to keep their distance. They can't really go in by themselves. Now got tier 2 being researched by all of these players, barring the Force Commander, who spent a lot of income on its upgrades. Jen's here. No, and then maybe pinging something. I think maybe right there.
Hostile forces assail the power node.
There's no generators there. He's eyeing. There, one his team is asking for. Let's focus on defense. Receiving a bit of damage there. Farseer see a bit of fire there. Does get a decent cast on the Tactical Marine Squads and the Scout Squad, forcing them both back. Force Commander receiving a bit of fire there. Now do have the Falcon being pulled up by the Warlock.
Our temple's dark majesty
And the Wraith Lord,
grows with our power.
nope, not being deployed out. Guardian Squad's Wraith forward. Let's get a small cast there on the Chaos Heretics. And it does find a cast there, getting some various damage. Raptor firing, or Havoc getting some good damage there. Do have now the Howling Bitch is falling back. Warlock as well. Does get a good knockback there of the Salt Marines. Salt Marines getting some good damage on the Rangers. Now the Howling Bitch is going to force back the Salt Marines. There's some power generators here and here for blue. Make that one additional one now. Havoc setting up in a good defensive position. Very nice.
We have the advantage for now.
And now I do have a Chaos Dreadnought being pulled on the field.
Under attack.
Power node now seeing a bit of fire there. Scout Squad and Space Marines push way forward. The Farseer does get forced back. Falcon getting some damage on the Guardian Squad. Rangers getting some hits there onto the Warlock. And now he's going to get tied in melee. Does fall back there. Falcon firing away, forcing back the Guardian Squad. Rangers could receive quite a bit of damage to the tree path. He is focusing on the weak wounded one as well, but it's not chasing him back home. Force Commander does fall back, and now do have a Chaos Dreadnought being floated field. We do have a Librarian on the field. The Farseer is running under for 2 or 3, so it may see a probably Fire Prism. Let's see, his teammates a Chaos Dreadnought. Maybe once the Avatar War, there's a lot of Exorcism Sword up, and it's probably not going to be Seer Council. Fire Prisms, in my opinion, they're good, long range. But they could use, in my opinion, a little bit of buff, or like a shield generator effect, similar to Falcon. They already have an energy bar, might as well give them a shield generator effect as a upgrade at least. We do not have the Tactical Marine Squad see a bit of fire there. Howling Bitch pushing before they have upgraded aspect strength, no Aspiring or Exarch leader. Does get a nice little shout there, knocking back these suppressing these forces. Warlock in the middle of all of them as well. Librarian trying to gauge the Dreadnought in melee. Now got a quick barrage there, trying to focus out the Tactical Marine Squad. It does finish the Tactical Marine Squad there. Falcon not getting repaired up in melee. Heritage Squad does fall back. Librarian does fall back as well. Now you have the Power Fist being upgraded by the Force Commander. Avatar War 20% complete. Chaos Marines have to upgrade the Eternal War as well as the Aspiring Champion. Rangers firing away. And now you get the Chaos Dreadnought to see a bit of damage there. Chaos Dreadnought down to 34 health and dead health. Force Commander does fall back there. Could have seen some melee hits on the street. Fire Dragons get some shots there on the Rangers. They do fall back now. And now got the, what's that, Crippling Chains? Chains of Torment, which is a mobilize ability. So it can be terminated early by destroying the chains itself. Farseer is seeing a bit of damage there and does fall back now.
You are losing us a victory point.
I do know how the Sergeant will upgrade onto the Assault Squad. We may see... No. They're not fighting against any vehicles. You could see potentially the... what's it called? The Vanguard Veterans upgrade onto them. And the Force Commander does lose his Tactical Marine Squad, so it could perhaps deploy them out to drop upon guest Stern Guard Veteran as well. Do not have the Avatar of War deployed on the field. Howling Bitch says, yep, run. Falcon could get some chip damage onto the Avatar of War. Does get a bit of damage there onto the Warlock as well. Avatar seeing a bit of fire. Do now the Librarian. I think they made a cast on him. The big cone of death there. The Librarian ate it. Now got another detonation there onto the Heritage Squad. Last kind of deaths there running away. Does get a cast there onto, I think, mostly on his own squad. Everything's falling back for red. Right now, blue does have a slight BP advantage, but it's only a small amount, and it's shrinking. And now we've got the Assault Marines falling back as well. Does get the Chains of Torment there, force back the Force Commander. The Avatar's now trying to pursue the Falcon. Let's see now. Guess I have no additional upgrades. Farseer has no additional upgrades. He's actually lost a lot of competitive forces there for the Chaos Sorcerer. He's going for a Predator tank. Against the Falcon, you don't need to really go with Mark the Zinch against that, so Khorne or Nurgle would be good. Their opponents don't have a lot of melee threats against it, so probably Mark or Khorne variant would be probably best with the Predator tank. But he does cancel it. He may be eyeing for the Great Unclean One. And we've got the Chaos Heretics falling back as well. Up here, Avatar War, of course, back to Red's forces there. Warlock. We may see the Cone of Death right here. Nope, does not get the Cone of Death. Some Howling Banshee will fall back there. Warlock's falling on back. We've got these Guardian squads here. It does mount up inside the Falcon, who's also now being upgraded to Energy Shield. Or Energy Field. And the Avatar War is not really eyeing to dive just yet. He doesn't want to lose it. Lascan Devastator captured the power point, along with the Allied Assault Squad being upgraded to Vanguard Veterans. Vanguard Veterans now deployed out in the field. Now got the very sneaky Avatar War there. Could open up with the Cone of Death. Nope, doesn't go with the Cone of Death. I say there's a big mistake there. Fire Prism now deployed on the field. Here comes the Cone of Death. Does mount up, but does get the Ranger Squad splash there. Fire Prism now deployed on the field. Ready to engage the Fire Prism. Vanguard Veterans and the Librarian now advancing over here. Vanguard Veterans do jump on top of the Rangers. Does force back all those forces there. The Farseer has been upgraded the armor of the Surian. Grants the time field ability, which is movement speed of an area by 40% and mark it makes affected units unable to attack or use abilities. Also, because health and health regen. That's an interesting upgrade. I was going to think Armor of Fortune would be good. That's a good combination with the Avatar War, giving it some damage resistance. But we got the Armor of Surian. Great Unclean One now being employed on the field. Got plasma guns upgraded onto the Chaos Marines as well. With a Great Unclean One, he could use the ritual there to get some extra health regen with the Great Unclean One. We do have a drop pod of some sort there. Nope, Terminators. Regular Terminators, now Assault Terminators. Now the Assault Cannon now being researched. Fire Prism push me forward. He does spot the Great Unclean One. Great Unclean One trying to hit that Force Commander. Fire Prism push me forward. Howling Beast received a bit of fire there. So he'll be starting engaging the oh, we got now the snare there. He could vomit onto them. Does vomit. Oh! Was that a full squad wipe? Well, that's a 1-2 punch. Does use the time warp ability there. Does actually affect his own units as well, so gotta be careful of that. Ooh, Fire Prism took a direct hit there from the Fire Prism. These horses starting to fall back there. Avatar War almost fully healed. Starting to make his advance. Great Unclean One, so has plenty of health as well. He used the Heretics for healing ritual. Has an upgrade with Tome Subjugation, giving him build the Mind Control unit for 10 seconds, which could be very useful against Terminators. As I say that, we got being using Terminators. It is a channel ability, so and the does the Chaos Force down to 10, 11 health there, does fall back and somehow does not get wiped out. Great Unclean One and the Avatar War trying to get that assault or Soul Cannon, the Terminator squad. Got triple capture against Red as well, so Blue's rapidly counting down in VPs. Blast Cannon annihilating the Avatar War. Fire Prism gets some good damage in as well. Assault Marines make their advance. I think the oh, he teleported away the Avatar War. That's what happened. That's what he was saying. Thank you. I thought he was talking about maybe Warlock actually did, or Sorcerer did go down. It was actually a teleport. Very nice. So Vanguard Veteran C-24 gets good damage there. Does use a Librarian there. We could see some vomit onto them. Nope. Got the Force Wave knocking back these forces. Rangers trying to capture this squad here. Got the Howling Bench here. The central VP has been captured up. Got 2 Fire Prisms blown up by Blue. Avatar War still seems some much needed health regen as teammates base. Guardian Squad to see a bit of fire there. Fire Prism pushing its way forward, trying to get some good engagement on the Fire Prism. Got Sierra Council here as well. Rangers definitely need to fall back. This point being recaptured as well, so they just only stalled the game out for Blue.
Allies have taken a power node.
We do not have this webway gate built there. It may get spotted here. Nope, just gets out of range. And you got the Howling Bench falling back as well. Right now, is he going for the Land Raider Phobos? Can he get both Land Raider Phobos and the Great Unclean One? Because that resource float, he's not going for Predators. I think he's going for Land Raider Phobos. He should have enough for it, right? You know, the Guardian Squad falling him back. Some shots there on the Force Commander, but the Iron Halo does take the hits. And now the Farseer does fall back as well. Do have another Fire Prism being pulled up by the Farseer. Got a lot of Fire Prisms. Great Unclean is advancing forward and uses red points on something. Ah, that's what it was. Terminators. I don't think you can do both Great Unclean One and Land Raider Phobos at the same time, right? Probably not. Never really had no question myself you could. One Power Generator does go down there, does use a Ritual here, which does give the Great Unclean One some extra health regen. Chaos Terminators being upgraded with Lightning Claws, that could be very useful in this situation. Vanguard Veterans does get mind controlled. Now got the Lightning Claws down the Chaos Terminators, does use the Aura of Death on the Avatar War. Grand Queen wanted to see a bit of fire there from the Fire Prism. Vanguard Veterans do jump towards the Fire Prism. They've got the Cone of Death there, gets some great hits on the Falcon. Predator Squad seeing a bit of damage there. Grand Queen still advancing forward. We've got the Chaos Force pushing forward. Iron Warp ability over here. Blue's starting to stabilize. They have one VP neutral capture at the moment. Does take out the Force Commanders Terminators. Now got a Land Raider Redeemer being deployed out in the field. The Scout Squad may go down as well. Maybe not. The Avatar War's on the retreat path. And the Scout Squad does go down. Fire Prism just trying to back away from the Avatar War and does pull back the Avatar War. We now got a Chaos Predator being plotted as well. Balancing the Land Raider Crusader may be a good idea to go for the Zinch variant. Or Redeemer, not Crusader. I always get all the Land Raiders' names mixed up. Force Commander getting knocked back down there. We have the Warlock seeing a bit of fire there, who's been upgraded the Witchblade Coronas, as well as the Providence. Does use the chain tournaments there. It does fall back immediately. These forces starting to push way forward. They're pretty bunched up, very vulnerable to a nuke, such as an Eldritch. Nope. I thought she had over 500 red points. Maybe she just spent some. We go park in mid. Land Raider Redeemer, that's what he's saying. So he's going to push with the Land Raider Redeemer to mid. On a death. Get some damage there, a couple models, nothing too significant.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
Land Raider Crusader is now, or Redeemer is now advancing towards the center of the map. We do have the Avatar Ward, a little bit of damage. We got 3 fire prisms here that I don't think we need to worry about the Zinch variant, the Chaos Predator. Needs to be upgraded the Zinch variant. I think the fire prism's more than enough fire support against the Land Raider. Now thinking about it. Got triple capture in favor of blue. Red has more tickets, but not a whole lot for it against triple capture. Librarian will not be able to capture that with these fire prisms in the region. Force Command charging forward, trying to get the Power Fist there. Vanguard Veterans do roll, miss there. Good knockback on the Force Commander. The Chaos Predator, last cannon, ready to engage. In the Fire Prism first, that's a very squishy target there. The Ranger Squad may get wiped out. Guardian Squad moving forward. Fire Prism does not get taken out. Might just want to focus down the Land Raider now. Bomb it onto those forces there. Fire Dragons do fall back. The Warlock has seen a bit of fire there. Land Raider Redeemer is almost down. 17-0 health. Force Commander see a bit of fire there. Librarians are moving around. Got to capture in favor of red. They do have the VPs in their favor, but only for a short amount of time. Librarian may go down to these Terminators. It does fall back there. Got Avatar War being put up by the Warlock. Both their heroes are down. The Force Commander is pretty much spent. They're starting to recap at this point there. Got fresh squad of Soul Terminators. That's where its resources went. And now we've got the Levitation Field being there, which will somewhat stun these Terminators. Guess not so much. And Central VP has been captured on up. Wait. Oh yeah, there was a Zinch ritual there. There was a camouflage Great Unclean one there. How could I miss a gigantic guy like that? I legitimately didn't see him. We got the fire person skirmishing around. They're going to say just one more final push. After our board is 75% complete. And there goes that Terminator. Because that Terminator is quite big. You can push spot. He's asking his teammate to... Oh, red has surrendered. Looks like. There's Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay. Yep. The Eldar player wanted to do one last push, but looks like the Force Commander may have backed out the game, forcing his teammate to surrender. Oh, that's my guess. Of course, there's always a load screen. Long load screen. Oh, that was a bit shorter than normal. Let's let the music play. That'll make sure the music bug doesn't happen. And I already cast those two. Let's do this one here. Don't recognize these names from the previous games I cast today. Greetings everyone, Angrade here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. So on the bottom left side as the Alpha, as the Lord Commissar, we have Alpha Legion. Spawn as the Tech Marine, we have Overlordy. Spawn as the Force Commander, we have Sparky. And as the Chaos Sorcerer, we have a Cold Penguin. Flintstone's Battle Wagon. Yeah, but that'll do. I have no idea what's going on with that chat. got some points being captured up, not big surprise. Scouts may find each other. Force Commander or Tech Marine is captured at this power point now. Over here, you got the Chaos Marines and the Chaos Sorcerer eyeing for the southern points. Force Commander and Tactical Marine Squad maybe on to deactivate this point. The Scouts will get overran. He does fall back nice and early. Does not want to get the Scout Squad damaged. And now these units are starting to flank. Scout Squad seeing a bit of small arms fire. Got the Sentinel now stomping around. Chaos Marines now engaging the high ground. These Imperial Guardsmen, one that's only fighting, so it's sustaining a bit damage there. I think they're being upgraded to Sergeant as well. One's upgraded to Sergeant. Tactical Marine Squad engaging the Tech Marine. Force Commander tying up that squad up with melee. Got the Sentinel there, gets a nice knockdown there. Raider Squad see quite a bit of damage there. It is falling back, down to 30-something health, but should be able to escape out of there. And do got the Chaos Sorcerer there. Oh, that's a unique special attack. I haven't seen that one before. It looks like the Force Commander does win this engagement, forcing back the Tech Marine and his forces. I generally have never seen that special attack before. I do not have the Chaos Marine special attack, but execution animation. You know, I've got the Chaos Marine Squad going to be pursued by the Sentinel. It's still maybe on cooldown, but as long as they're facing away, the Sentinel's going to receive any additional damage. Now I got the Tactical Marine Squad engaging the Tactical Marine Squad. Force Commander's going to try to tie up the melee. So there's a garrison here for them. He does fall into the bunker. And let's see, there's playing windows on the side or firing spots. Standing markers, really should say. Guardsman does see a bit of damage there, does fall back. Got two Chaos Marine Squads, and a Heretic. You usually see two Heretics, especially for Chaos Sorcerer, so it gets a lot of corpses or Heretics to sacrifice for energy. You now got a heavy weapons team, Devastator Squad deployed on the field. Scout Squad pushing forward as well. We do down have here, got the Chaos Marines here being upgraded the Eternal War and being upgraded the Eternal War. Chaos Heretics do have the camouflage there, does not provide extra health regen like the Nurgle ritual. And this Scout Squad does fall back. Khajiit Devils being employed on the field, not uncommon. Lord Commissar making his advance. Ritual still active there, providing some good camouflage. Devastator has packed on up, repositioning, trying to find a better angle. More power generators going up. Got two generators over here, three generators here over here, two generators down here, and two, and 0. 1, I should say. We got now a Devastator Marine deployed on out, along with a Assault Marine Squad. Devastators have get a bit of suppression in these forces there. Assault Marines are going to gauge the Devastators. Got Tarantula Sentry Gun here as well, needs a bit of suppression. Assault Marines and the Force Commander does fully withdraw from the area. Imperial Guard making an advance. Does have sergeants on both these squads, as well as the Khajiit Devils making their advance. Sentinel will be pushing his way forward. Do have the Ritual over here. I think he has the improved camouflage detection there on the Sentinel. However, the Khajiit Devil squad is a camouflage detector as well, who's not in the current area. Over here, do got the Tech Marine push way forward. We do now have a flamethrower upgrade on the Tactical Marine Squad. He's eyeing for some gen bashing. Chaos Marines getting some damage there on the Sentinel. Got a nice cast there onto the Pure Guardsmen, getting some massive damage onto them. Lord Commissar upgrading the Power Sword. Also gets a leads by example ability, as well as the compare pace armor. Over Flamethrower, we'll be able to torch the Tarantula Sentry Gun there. Let's get knocked back there. Devastators could finish it off there. Could see a grenade being cast there by the Scout Squad, the Sergeant. And Salt Marine Squad may need to fall back. They're quite damaged there. Salt Marines aren't be engaging. Crouching Sentry Gun does go down. Chaos Marines push way forward. They have Havoc now set up in the field, suppressing down the Casual Devils. And we've got the Lord of Kalmazar getting annihilated by the Havoc. Does throw a smoke grenade on Spear Guardsman. Looks like they did execute one of the models there, but looks like the effect has worn off. Sentinel slowly picking off the one power generator. We've got these forces being forced back as well. Does fall back that squad in time before getting killed off by that barrage. Now got tier 2 being researched by the Lord of Kalmazar. It's unlikely going to be the Tech Marines going to pick up the Lord of Kalmazar. He's way too far behind territory. Chaos Sorcerer seemed to fire there. Send Iron for a bit of a stomp. Nope, he's not. Destroyed the heavy cover. Havoc getting some great damage there, down to 7 health, 3 health. He's even vulnerable to the defense crew's small arms fire. And he does manage to get away. That stomp saved him. Trying to be upgraded to missile launcher now. He also needs some repairs really, really badly. Chaos Sorcerer being upgraded to tier 2, so has the Tech Marine. Agenel's got a nice grenade launcher barrage. And now we've got the flare there to reduce the max range of these forces. It does actually affect the Chaos Havoc. Agenel's push way forward. He does get the Lord Kalmazar deployed. Does get a decent cast there onto the Casual Devils there with the Chaos Sorcerer. You may want to take one of these Heretics and eat him for energy. And Imperial Guardsmen just getting suppressed there. Do not have another Tech Marine squad being pulled up by the Tech Marine. And Missile Launcher does not find a good barrage there, getting caught up in terrain. Power generator does go down there, trying to hit these heretics now. Does get a small hit, so needs a lot of repairs. He gains some good damage there onto those heretics now. Power generator will go down. Another power generator will go down as well. Now the Havoc setting up, gains some good suppression there on the Casual Devils. Does get knocked back. Salt Marines do jump on in, knocking back these forces. And we'll be engaging the Tactical Marine Squad. He does have the Sergeant upgrade. The other one does not have the Sergeant just yet. Force Commander does engage him. He has been upgraded with Chain, Sword, and Storm Shield. Does give him some range resistance and damage. Scout Squad does get knocked back there. Do not have the Blood Crusher being employed on the field by the Chaos Sorcerer. Crack Missile does find a shot there, but it does need to fall back, so it's a bit too much damage. No Melta Bombs on the Salt Marines. Lord of Kalmazar charging forward, and see has no decorator. Let's just do this, and then do this. Okay, it has to be outside the Fog of War for that to happen. Lord of Kalmazar getting knocked around. Tactical Marine Squad falling back as well. Good special attack there, knocking back the Force Commander, or the Lord of Kalmazar. And the Force Commander is falling back. There we go, that should make that Decorator return. Casual Devils do fall back as well. Yep, there's the Decorator. Power node now seeing a bit of fire there. Do now the Devastator setting on up. We'll be able to suppress the Tactical Marine Squad. However, it does not see the point. Blood Crusher charging forward. The Sentinel, of course, can't fire cracked missiles. He's going to try to tank it. Lord of Commissar does get knocked back there. He does have plasma guns here as well. That Sentinel does fire against the wrong target there. Chains of Torment does connect there. Lord of Commissar will go down once again. Fires another cracked missile there. This time the Lord of Commissar can be re-picked up by his teammate this time. You now got the Devastator getting knocked back there by Assault Marines once again. Tactical Marine Squad of Flamethrower advancing forward as well. Gets a good knockback there on the Stern Guard veterans. And Stern Guard veteran squad does fall back now. Devastator may go down. Tactical Marine getting knocked back. There's been upgraded to Ziggurat Armor, which grants the mark target ability. Scout Squad does fall back as well, and Devastator gets some bit damage as well. And now got the Imperial Guardsmen falling back. And now the Tactical Marine Squad is falling back as well. This point is being decaptured. Or been deactivated, now being decaptured. It's going to go ahead and take time to destroy these power generators. The Flamethrower makes short work of it. Now we do have Tier 3 being researched by the Chaos Sorcerer. Tier 3 is already been researched by the Force Commander. And now we've got a full generator bashing over here. Force Commander received bit damage here, including Sacred Standard.
Position point claimed by your allies.
Stern Guard veteran receiving good damage, or going to get some good damage out of the Devastators. Over here, do now the Imperial Guards pushing forward with the plasma guns. Havoc set on up, but as out of range. The Chaos Marines couldn't make their way forward. They both upgraded Inspiring Champion. No plasma guns, no chain axes. And now we do have the autocannon upgrade, Mark of Corn. Looks like the Lord of Commissar has been picked on up, and since we do have him right there. And there you go. Got the Decorator now back. Blood Crusher does see a bit of fire there. Does activate the Flare. The Havoc Squad does fall back. Does use the Terror ability there to force back those Imperial Guardsmen. Do not got the Sentinel Squad receiving quite a bit of damage there. We do have the level 3 Bastion now being researched by the Lord of Commissar. And there goes the Sentinel. Imperial Guardsmen do fall back. Edge Devils do fire a grenade launch barrage over the rocks. What does that say? Land Raider incoming? So it's like sign. Oh! The Force Commander still going for a Land Raider. Do now have Tier 3 being reached by both their opponents. Got a nice little knockback there onto those Kajin doubles. Now they're falling back immediately. Hydroner will not go down. 12 health remaining. Gideon Carson Squad not being forward on the field. Chains of Torment has been focused down there. Now got the Creeping Barrage ability right there. Gains good damage there. He fails with a cast. Does use the execute one of the Catch Devil models there so it can fight better. Try and get that Melta gun to really fire against that Blood Crusher. Imperial Guardsmen receive quite a bit of damage there. One of them's falling back now. Grenade launch barrage there, knocking back the Chaos Marines there. Force Commander kind of off in melee. We got some good damage there on the Blood Crusher. Melta gun slowly picking away. Let's get another shot there. One more shot, and he should go down. Does go down there. Air Squad try to get the ritual off, was unsuccessful and does fall back now. You now have a Chaos Predator being pulled on the field. Very nice. Mark Corn variant would probably be best at the moment. Land Raider Crusader now pulled on the field. Right now has a higher BP amount. Blue has a smaller amount. Scout Squad does fall back. Now you got the Assault Marines, gets good damage there on the Tech Marine, does force back. He has an upgrade the Plasma Gun, which does have the Plasma Overcharge ability. Getting Cartridge Squad now engaged in the Power Node. Power Node does go down. They still have those power generators up and going.
Your forces obey. He has no need of that.
Now heavy weapons team being pulled on the field, like I'm going for a las cannon.
Your allies have won a victory point.
Getting Cartridge Squad pushes way forward. Do now the mag mine drop there. And Captain Elvis do decide to fall back. Land Raider advance forward. I think he's trying to run over. I wonder if he saw those land mines. He's just trying to camp the point at the moment and make sure it remains unsecure. Do know how the heavy weapons team being upgraded with the las cannon. Chaos Predator push way forward, upgraded Marker Corn. That's probably the best variant you can get them right now. We also have the auto cannon still here. Up here, do have these forces being forced on back. Down south, Air Squad does get forced back. We do got plasma guns upgrading the Canadian Cartridge Squad. Let's find these landmines there. Scouts knock them both back there.
That is the Imperial Guard.
Does find a last cannon shot there onto the Chaos Predator. Do now have the Stubbornness ability, giving the Lord of Commodore massive health regen. Does use the Chaos Ritual there to make sure the Chaos Predator is camouflaged. You can perhaps take time to repair it up. Up here, do got Chaos. We got some Terminators deployed on the field. We will along the Stern Guard veterans and Tactical Marines, and we got full gen bashing up here as well.
Our sorcerer has reached level 3.
Grenade launcher barrage does knock back these forces there. We're gonna have the Heretic Squad activate another ritual there. Does get nice chains of torments there. Maybe now it's time for... Nope, does get immediately casted there. Does focus down. Does get a nice creeping barrage. And now we got the Chaos Heretics falling back. But you know, I got the Lord of Commissar trying to engage the Chaos Sorcerer. It is when there's... 110, so it may have the 10 model health regen there with the nearby heavy weapons team. Force Command starting to push right forward. We got the Chaos, the regular Terminators upgrade the Assault Cannon now. Get some damage here. Down here, do now the Predator tank does receive a grenade there from the Canadian Cartridge Squad, so being upgraded the Melta Guns now. Now they're upgraded Melta Guns. They're trying to pursue the Chaos Predator. Chaos Predator does go down, though the Canadian Cartridge Squad does receive quite a bit of damage there. Terminator Squad advancing on forward with all of his other buddies. Land Raider Crusader may want to start advancing down south. Autocannon Havoc could try setting up on its teammate's flank. Flare has been cast there. He does force back both those Chaos Marine squads. Wait. That's where is it retreating back to? We do not have this fresh squad of Terminators. Assault Terminators now deployed on the field by the Force Commander. Trying to engage the assault, the regular Terminators. We We now have the Assault Squad jumping on in. We'll find some landmines there, knocking back some of this force there. Does get a not great caster, but does get some decent damage. Chaos Marines pushing forward. Looks the Havoc Squad is their retreat point. We now got the Chaos Terminators detonating all those landmines there. Got now the Chaos Lord falling back. Does go down, however. Tech Marine, as we upgrade the orbs on Messiah, you're now this squad falling back, Imperial Guardsmen. And these forces are seeing a bit of fire as upon the retreat. We've got plasma guns in the tactical Marine squad. Sturger veterans and not upgraded, not loaded crack rounds. We now have the Lemur Rust being deployed on the field, and we now do have Chaos Predator as well. Lemur Rust probably needs to upgrade the Vanquisher cannon. Lemur Rust probably needs to be upgraded, or not Lemur Rust, the Predator team probably needs to be upgraded the last cannon. We now have the plasma gun upgrades onto the Chaos Marines. Probably a good idea for all the heavy infantry. Does load up some crack rounds there. Land Raider, Crusade, or Redeemers are in the region still. Lemur Rust, unupgraded, advancing forward, has a lot of Imperial Guardsmen here. Hitting Karshan Squad has the Melta gun still. Trying to rotate around, receiving some crack rounds. Salt Marines jump next to the Land Raider for some odd reason. Does receive orbs on Messiah. Fire Squad getting reinforced by his buddy. Salt Terminators could try teleporting in to hit the Lemur Rust. And now we've got these Chaos Marines falling back. They are falling back to the Land Raider Crusader, or Redeemer. I've got a flare here to reduce these max range. That's a great spot for that flare. Do some significant effects there. We do now have the Icon of Zinch upgraded, as well as the Rod of Warfire. Your Guardsman Squad does fall back. Terminators engaging the Terminators. Terminators do teleport away from Terminators. Lemur Rust receiving some repairs there. Lemur Rust has plenty of health. Got now the Tactical Marine Squad. Trying to get some good damage there. Again, the Casual Devil Squad gets annihilated by the giant flamethrowers, as was by the small flamethrower. Terminator Assault Squad trying to hack apart the Terminator Squad. And that is a smart target there from the Tech Marine. He needs to teleport out of there, just needs to get on out of there. Lemur Rust received a bit of damage there. Nothing too hard to counter, just lost chip damage. Does fall back there. Flamethrowers are firing, gets a bit damage on the Scout Squad. Scout Squad may go down. You may use the cone grenade effect there. I think that's a good time for it. Orbs on side does connect. Even Barrage not being called on in. He's actually out of energy. That's why he's not be able to use that ability. Our pushers full forward. Scouts trying to repair it up. The Heritage could try repairing up as well. Last cannon setting on up, trying to get some more hits down to the Land Raider. Who has a captain's favor. Slowly getting the VPs in their favor. Does soft retreat or retreat away to the Land Raider. Getting Karshan Squad. Does decapture this point there, but is receiving autocannon fire. A lot of these forces see a bit of fire there. Does fall back. It's just hard from their retreat back to get some healing without retreating back to his own base. He's not Nurgle as well, so can't get his ritual to get healing. Decides to full retreat now. These forces are falling back. It's a bad retreat path, however. He's getting repairs from the Land Raider. Grenade has been thrown. Does miss. Lemur Rust has to upgrade the Vanquisher. We got 2 autocannons now deployed on the field for the Chaos Sorcerer. He has plenty of energy for the rest of the game. Is that a mine drop? Yeah, got a mine drop there. Just trying to slow down the opponents. His opponent's being captured on up, and soon the VPs are counting down against blue. Heretics trying to capture along the flank. We've got the 2 pure Chaos Marines here. Havocs are set up over here. We do now have the Lord of Kalmazar trying to be recovered by the Tech Marine. We got autocannons here, but it looks like they're out of vision range.
Do not lose us that power node.
Now the lower columns are getting forced some back by the autocannon. Got its forces pushing way forward. Got the Stormguard veteran getting some damage here. Ashen Devil Squad, you see quite a bit of damage there. There's a lot of warp fire cast there.
That's a good position.
You may fail us this day.
Chaos Marines push way forward, trying to get some damage on the Kid and Karsh squad. Just now swap back the plasma guns. Does throw a grenade there. Grenade from the scout squad as well. Both they both get dodged. Kid and Karsh squad falling back. Got a lot of forces here. Stormguard Veterans, Tactical Marine Squad, Terminators, as well as the Tactical Marine upgrade of the Melta gun. Havoc squad does fall back. That's a third Havoc squad, unupgraded apparently. And the Force Command trying to push over here, not successful. Land Raider Redeemer still, Redeemer is receiving some repairs. Predator tank being upgraded with extra armor. They need to focus on center. The Chaos Players are trying to push down south, and so far it's been unsuccessful. Need some damage there onto these Imperial Guardsmen. Havoc or Devastator sitting on up does get forced back there. Scout Iron to hit this point. The more times you capture this point, the more rapidly boosting as we go down. Assault Marines jump on forward. They may have Melta Bombs. They do have Melta Bombs available. They do get the Melta Bomb off. Missile launcher in pursuit of the Lehman Rust does get his rear armor not exposed. Receive a hit there. The missile launcher squad does fall back. Assault Marines receive 5 damage. So does Force Commander. Does force back all these squads. Chaos Marines now advance forward. Auto cannons, all 3 of them in this area. They'll provide some good fire support. Now I do have the Fist of Brachus, giving the None Shall Fall ability, making so all nearby allied units cannot die. They can still take damage, but they cannot die. Land Raider Redeemer advancing up forward. May you want to go forward for the big cone ability. Predator gains some damage there onto the Tactical Marine squad. Do now the Kid and Karsh squad gets a good cast there as the Plasma Melta gun there takes out the Predator tank. Chaos Predator. Ritual there, does camouflage the Chaos Marines. Land Raider advancing forward, able to get some good flamethrower damage now. Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. Now the Assault Marines trying to go for Melta Bomb onto the Lehman Rust. Is that an orbital bombardment? And it is right now slowed down. Assault Marines may go down. First explosion looks like will miss. Fist of Brachus has been activated there, which will prevent the nukes from annihilating his forces. They're in retreat as well. They're scattered, but alive. In fact, they are so scattered, they are going the opposite direction after going one direction there. Kid and Karsh squad does go down. Another mine drop there. This one's been captured up. Red has captured this point there, and blue will lose the game. That is the end of the replay. This is Anacrate saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So that's going to be my last replay tonight. I'm getting a little bit tired. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.